I know I'm human. And if you were all these things, then you'd just attack me right now. So some of you are still human.
Imagine this. You're utterly cut off, freezing cold. And the person next to you, your friend, your colleague, maybe isn't them anymore. You can't trust what you see, what you remember, maybe not even yourself. Because there's something else there, something unknowable, loose, a thing that wears people like clothes, stealing not just their lives, but their very identity, leaving behind this thick, suffocating paranoia.
That's exactly the nightmare fuel we're diving into today. John Carpenter's 1982 absolute classic, The Thing. And yeah, it's famous for the horror, the incredible effects, sure. But it's so much more. It's this really deep, almost philosophical look at paranoia, what identity even means when it's threatened like that.
Right.
Who to trust? I know what you mean, Blair. Trust's a tough thing to come by these days. Tell you what, why don't you just trust in the Lord?
So this deep dive, it's not just about the scares. We're going to try and unpack how the film builds that specific dread, the fear that comes from not knowing who's infected, who's human. We'll get into some of the theories about how the thing actually works biologically, psychologically, why it still feels so relevant, so creepy today.
hmm And we've gathered a lot to help us figure this out. Academic papers, film reviews that really dig in, even some really insightful fan theories that have kept the conversation going for, 40 years now?
Easily. Our mission here is to really get under the skin of Outpost 31, understand the paranoia, the mechanics of this infection, if you can even call it that.
Each version kind of reflects the anxieties of its time, but Carpenter's, his vision is just uniquely terrifying.
So, where did Carpenter even find this nightmare? I mean, his film feels so singular, but the seed was planted way earlier, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, decades before. It goes back to 1938, a novella by John Wood Campbell Jr. called Who Goes There?
Hmm.
And the basic premise was already there.
Yeah.
This alien life form that can perfectly mimic anything it comes into contact with.
Okay, so Campbell had the core idea, but then there was that earlier movie too, right? The one from the 50s.
Yep. Exactly. 1951, The Thing from Another World. And it definitely played on those Cold War nerves, the fear of the outsider, the identifiable other. The monster was clearly a monster, something external. But Carpenter, apparently he was a huge fan of the original novella, not just the 51 film.
Ah, okay.
And he made a very deliberate choice for his 82 version. He wanted to steer right into, and I think this is a quote, the themes of paranoia and leadership broken by distrust in extreme situations.
That makes so much sense, because what makes his film so incredibly chilling is that you barely see the thing in one stable form. You only see its effects, the horrifying transformations, the way people suddenly act wrong.
Yes, he shows it through its manifestations.
Yes.
By not giving us a clear, constant monster shape, he pushes the horror inside our heads. You're not just scared of a creature, you're terrified of the possibility that anything could be it. It's about the disguise.
And the setting just amplifies that feeling like crazy. That Antarctic research station, it's not just remote, it's like floating in nowhere.
It's a liminal space, yeah. That's a term from some of the analysis we read. It's this bubble stuck in between everything civilization, the wilderness, safety, total annihilation.
Yeah.
And being that cut off, it just makes everyone feel incredibly vulnerable. There's no cavalry coming.
Right, no escape.
Mayday. Mayday. Anyone hear me? Over. This is U.S. Station 31. You read me? Found something in the ice. We need some help down here. Can anybody hear me? We found something. We found something. We found something.
The whole frontier idea, humans pushing outwards, gets flipped on its head here.
Yeah.
The thing is, the one invading their tiny space, pushing them out, making their world smaller and smaller until there's almost nothing left.
And that claustrophobia, that isolation, it fuels the real conflict, doesn't it? It's not an attack from the outside, it's a collapse from the inside. The thing doesn't just kill people, It systematically destroys the group's ability to trust each other, to work together.
It literally undermines the communitarian values, as one source put it. That basic trust you need to survive somewhere like that, gone. It picks them off, replaces them, and suddenly your biggest threat is sitting right next to you.
And that doesn't just break trust between people. It breaks your trust in yourself. It erodes your own sense of identity. How can you know who you are if the definition of human is suddenly up for grabs?
Which brings us to the creature itself. How does this thing actually do what it does? Its biology, or whatever you call it, is the engine driving all that paranoia.
You got it.
Yeah.
And the mechanism is just horrifyingly efficient. Apparently, all it needs is one single cell to get inside you. Just one. And once it's in, it's not like a parasite living alongside you. It starts to consume you.
Consumes, like eats you from the inside out.
Eats, digests, and then copies your cells.
Yeah.
Perfectly. The end result is this flawless duplicate, indistinguishable from the original, but it's made entirely of thing cells now. It's wearing.
Okay, that's bad. Really bad. But it gets worse, right? There's this theory.
Oh, yeah. This is maybe the most chilling part, something a lot of the sources dig into. The theory is that the copy doesn't just replicate your body, it replicates your mind, your memories, your personality, your thoughts.
So wait, you wouldn't even know?
That's the terrifying implication. You could easily not be aware that you have been digested and killed. The you that's still thinking and feeling. It's just an emulation, just another disguise, controlled by the thing. It might even let you think you're making choices right up until it decides otherwise.
Wow, that changes everything. Death isn't just stopping, it's becoming a puppet. Your consciousness hijacked. That's way worse than just dying.
Infinitely worse. It means the thing isn't just a biological threat, it's a psychological weapon. It uses the intelligence it copies presumably from the original species that built the saucer, who knows how many others, not because it is intelligent in our sense, but as a tool, purely for survival, for replication.
And it uses that intelligence to actively mess with them, doesn't it? It's strategic.
Absolutely. There's some really specific, creepy examples in the film. Remember Norris and Palmer? Right before they're revealed, they suddenly become hyper-paranoid, really aggressively pointing fingers at McCready. It feels out of character.
Yeah. It's like they're deliberately trying to sow chaos, turn everyone against the leader.
Yeah. Exactly. It's psychological warfare.
Yeah.
Or they got the blood supply.
Yeah.
The thing uses a key to get in and contaminate it. It could have just smashed the door down.
Right.
Yeah.
But using the key implicates someone inside the group.
Precisely. It's designed to ramp up the paranoia, make them tear each other apart with accusations. And finding those shredded long johns, same thing. Nameless. Whose were they? Who did it? It's just dropping little bombs of doubt everywhere. It wants them to know someone's infected, but keeps them guessing who. Pure, calculated cruelty.
That is brilliant and awful. And Blair, when he's become the Blair thing.
Oh, God, yeah. Blair Thing confidently says Fuchs is human, even though it knows it just killed him.
It's not just a monster. It's something that breaks the rules of reality.
Definitely. How can you possibly fight something that defies definition like that? Something that could be anyone, any part of anyone.
And that impossibility, that unknowability, it forces the characters and us watching to grapple with a really basic question. Who's human and who's still human? Which leads us straight to maybe the most iconic scene in the movie, the blood test. That feels like the absolute bottom, the breaking point.
Totally. It's desperate. Humanity, identity, reduced to a physical reaction in a petri dish. A scientific test becomes the only way to know who's who. Everything else, personality, history, trust, it's all meaningless at that point. It's just about the flesh.
And McCready's theory behind it is just wild. That
Right.
every tiny piece of the thing is its own life form.
Maybe every part of it is a whole. That's his gamble. Each cell, even a drop of blood, is an individual animal with a built-in desire to protect its own life. So, poke it with a hot needle.
And it'll react to save itself, unlike normal blood. Wow.
It's a horrifyingly simple biological check. And the tension in that scene, it's almost unbearable, isn't it?
Oh, totally. The fear, the suspicion, and then when someone tests negative, like Windows, the sheer relief on his face, it tells you everything. Even they aren't sure about themselves anymore.
Yeah. The idea that even human bodily fluids are potentially alien just strips away any last shred of certainty, any feeling that being human makes you fundamentally different or safe.
This crushing paranoia, it really is the core of the whole film, and it takes us right to that ending, that famously ambiguous ending. McCready and Childs sitting there in the burning camp, and we just don't know.
Is one of them the thing? Or both? Or neither? The film just leaves.